Hey now, wanted to stop by real quick and talk about Empire season 2, episode 10. Real quick, it was a lot that went on in that one little hour. It's almost like there were so many stories with not enough time to tell each story. The biggest one for me was Mimi getting Lucius voted out of his own company. Mimi has been dirty from the beginning. I've never trusted her. The way she kind of slid in and came from nowhere. The way she was always kind of planting seeds of persuasion about certain things with Lucius, and always kind of had it figured out where Lucius didn't have to doubt anything. It was always, oh, okay, yeah, let's go with it because it sounds right. And then to find out that she was married to Hakeem's ex girlfriend. Oh my God. And the thing with Empire is getting really good about all these twists and turns and, all this unexpectancy. It's like, I didn't expect that to happen. It's like, wow. Just when you think you kind of got things figured out, it goes in a whole nother direction. And that within itself just kind of makes it worth watching. So that was really cool. I'm digging that part about the program. And then when Lucius walked in on Jamal and Alicia's character, and to say something about him being fixed, Lucius, come on, dude, stop that. But then you got to also kind of wonder if that was Jamal's first time being with a woman and if he would be with a woman again, because I know at one point she mentioned to him that she understands and knows that more than likely he wouldn't be able to love a woman the same way that he loves a man, and I think he agreed with her. But then you got to kind of say, okay, even though you may not want to love a woman like you love a man, would you have sex with a woman again? Did you enjoy it enough to, to indulge a whole lot more than before? You got to kind of wonder about that because that shows that you're attracted to women so much so that you had relations with her. That was very interesting within itself. And then no, they didn't come up with their own little award show. I say Empire's just doing too much on Wednesday nights on Fox. Okay, it's like, wow. And then Lucius, you done had your run, so sit down somewhere and let them boys do what it is that they do. But then the trickery here is too with Hakeem. And then for Hakeem to still be so angry at Lucius to want to give up something that your father has built from blood, sweat, and tears, and your mom gave 17 years of her life to build this, and you so immature and silly and naive that you would just say, I. It's like, boy, if you don't sit down somewhere. But see, Lucius is a cold piece. Lucius is street, and Lucius is smart. And he ain't got that little shisty attorney by his side for nothing. You can best believe when the program returns, I think it returns in March, but when they return, you can best believe Lucius gonna have some tricks for everybody up in there, okay? What else was going on Empire? A lot of acts, a lot of musical acts. Oh, and then when Cookie went to the prison to do the concert for the ladies, I thought that was cool. It was like, okay, that was her way of kind of giving back and going to say, hey, I haven't forgotten about you guys, but I want to do this. But then you kind of think, okay, well, Cookie, when you leave, their lives are still their lives. I mean, you touched it for a minute, but then the reality sinks back in. And it's like, and I guess people do what people do. And to kind of get off a subject too, what people do and what people do when making a difference in people's lives, Akon, you provide electricity for 600, is it 600 million people in your country? That says a lot about a man. See, that's doing something that affects a person's life for the rest of their lives. And I've always had this problem with guys that get a lot of money, be it an athlete or actor or whomever they are. It's not about a camp. It's not about treating them to a turkey. It's not about treating them to a movie for a day. It's like, okay, that's for a day, but what can you do that will affect their lives for the rest of their lives? And hopefully a lot of them guys with all that money, can kind of look at Akon and say, okay, well, yeah, I want to do something like that. I have more than enough money to do something like that. And it's like, come on, guys, you guys could do a whole lot better than what it is that you're doing. But anyway, that that was just a sidetrack. So let's see what else. Empire, Empire, Empire. That was pretty much it for me. I mean, and what I did do, I'm gonna be honest, I was working at the same time I was watching it, so I kind of skipped past stuff and missed out on stuff because I was either texting or answering emails or doing some paperwork and some other stuff. So I kind of it was almost like if you're reading something and you kind of skim through it, that's pretty much what I did. So I'll rewatch it. But anyway, I kind of got the gist of it, and I like Empire. Empire is a decent show, and one thing that I like too that they've kind of cut back on is that same sex engagement. And it's like, okay, I think people accept it and some people don't accept it. And for those that don't accept it, that is their absolute right. And for those that accept it, that is their absolute right. But to always force it on people in front of people, that's a disservice to people. And it's like, come on now, don't do that. Do it in moderation with anything. And I can see the last couple of episodes that they've really pulled back some from exhibiting that, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And remember too, though, the ratings were starting to drop, and I'm sure that more than likely had a lot to do with it because I'm in different circles, in the entertainment circles and press releases and media events and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of times you'll hear the conversations, and that was like one of the bigger conversations, not just with Empire, but with a lot of the other programs. People are saying, okay, well, wait a minute. They're spoon feeding too much of this to people, and then they're getting to the point where now you're getting it to people in shovels. So it's like, come on, calm down with that. And I've noticed that they've really pulled back, and that's a good thing because I like the show, and I don't want to not watch the show because so much go on in it that I don't want to watch. There's just some things I'm not going to watch and don't want to see. But overall, episode 10 it was a good one. The performances were great. The music was good. The music is always good though. Anyway, Empire, season 2, episode 10. Talk to you later.